Kisumu, the majority crowd is not on TikTok, it's not on X, it's on Facebook. Are we maximizing Facebook for events that are coming into this region? Not yet. Why?
Yeah, so you see that there's no inclusivity with us people. That's why I'm really advocating for togetherness, then we'll be listened to. But when we are apart, very difficult.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for always welcoming Baraza to your county. Asanteni sana. We don't take it for granted.
On the panel here today, we do have Cluster, a season producer. Asante sana. We have Cynthia. Cynthia is a colleague at Baraza Media Lab. And we have Isaac Game from the Kenya Musicians Union.
What lessons do we draw in regards to event organizing? And also in regards to musicians, now that you're from the Kenya Musicians Union, how should we be approaching these events when they come?
Who keeps on saying artist wa Kisumu ata perform for free? We need to know mse ni nani because yuko. So we need to know at the point yenye mse anaambia county government tuna perform for free.
Whether you're a photographer or a filmmaker, are we going to wait for something else to happen and then we'll sit like this again and complain kuna cartel? Last time I was in a meeting like this, guys were saying cartel, sijui kina what. We're on that same page again. But now, what's next?
I want to say that if we have to get it right, we should stop hoping and trusting to get gigs from the county.
Let's not clap for mediocrity in the name of being right or in the name of fearing to be misquoted.
I think the main problem definitely is as artists.
What can we do so that we can also make ourselves to be prioritized?
So I think we should just embrace one another and be like our brothers keeper.
Can we curate our own performances? Can we have our own festivals?
So hard I worked and highly I passed. A university graduation I attended, a well-paying job soon slapped my face, a matrimonial wedding in church we had, but 1 year down the line,
My name is Godfrey Emoza, the Community and Operations Associate for Baraza Media Lab, and it is such an honor having each and every one of you here today. We will do a quick press briefing before we start the town hall officially. It will be short and very precise. On the panel here today, we do have Cluster, a season producer, Asante sana. We have Cynthia. Cynthia is a colleague at Baraza Media Lab. Cynthia, thank you so much for being a part of this press conference. And we have Isaac Game from the Kenya Musicians Union. That said, I'll hand over the microphone to Cynthia to officially give us the opening statement. Asante, karibu Cynthia.
Thank you so much. Good evening, or is it good? Yeah, good evening, guys. I hope you're well. Mko salama? Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for always welcoming Baraza to your county. Asanteni sana. We don't take it for granted.
Nashukuru once again, and I'm really happy seeing a lot of faces here. Both wasi wamekuwa kwa industry for over 20 years na wasi wameingia kwa game juzi. So najua hii conversation itakuwa very interesting, and you know, we will find a solution by the time we leave up hivi.
My name is Isaac Game. So I'd like to thank Baraza Media Lab for inviting me here. I see faces here that need a lot of these conversations going on. So I think they're very important. But my reason to be here today is two things, is Festac. And one thing the union does is we've made a template of contracts, performance contracts, production contracts, which are standard. So before any musician gets into any contractual agreement, we will provide you with that so that you don't engage yourself in working as a musician before having an agreement and then you start talking on Facebook that you weren't paid. So first you must have, so we have those standard contracts. So how do we protect those contracts is we have legal guys who are part of our membership who can take your case. As long as you're a member, they'll come and arbitrate on your behalf for any problem that you have. That's a legal problem. Secondly, we are also very proud to announce that we have a women's desk. Our girls are very much used in the industry, if I may use, for the lack of a better word, is they are played like second-hand citizen musicians. They are paid less.
So even based on this conversation that we are having with the town hall, it's cut across all the creatives in Kenya. So it's not just one area. It's not segmented or just fragmented due to just Nairobi and other counties. It's literally across the country. But one unique need that I would say that I found in this space is, literally the need for a media lab. I want to say Nairobi is already oversaturated with support. So based on the conversation that I've been having with different creatives and different practitioners here in Kisumu, is the need to have that physical space where they can be able to record their stuff, meet other creatives. From where we stand, we cannot, as Baraza Media Lab, come and say that we're going to give musicians gigs. If there are opportunities, well and good. If other unions are doing that, other CBOs are working on that, other organizations are working with that, what Baraza is going to do is work with them to create, one, either a fair environment, or two, advocate for some policy change, or three, work to actually provide opportunities for their artists. As we are setting up the Media Lab, we focus on two things, media and creatives. But there's one thing that's very constant. We can't focus on media and creatives without focusing on governance in some level, right? So one of the programs that we run at Baraza is something called Fumbua, which is a program under governance and digital information. So it's still going to run here in Kisumu, because we are either way we are going to expand all our activities that we're doing.
A lot of people still believe, and no offense to mainstream media, but a lot of people still believe that mainstream media would get them the crowd that they expect in events all over the country. Wrong. Why? Because Kisumu is not all over the country. Having done events for the last 8-9 years in this county, I know one thing for a fact. If you can pull an event here, even Nairobi can't store you. Even people that have done events abroad will come down and ask you, what are you doing that is different? Kisumu, the majority crowd is not on TikTok, it's not on X, it's on Facebook. Are we maximizing Facebook for events that are coming into this region? Not yet. Why? Because we have not looked into the full potential of that social media app called Facebook.
What lessons do we draw from these events coming from outside, coming to happen in Kisumu, for the local event organizers and locally organized, locally bred events, such as the Sister Darling, which is coming up, East Africa Plus Fashion Affair, East Africa Poetical Battle. There is the Dala Festival, which has been missing for quite some time, and we are hoping to have it back soon. What lessons do we draw from these experiences, including there was the event by Rita. You remember? One Love concert, and again, almost the same results. What lessons do we draw in regards to event organizing, and also in regards to musicians, now that you're from the Kenya Musicians Union? How should we be approaching these events when they come? What are the steps? Do we go to them? Do we wait to be called? Do we build our brands to that level where they can attract these people, giving us a call so that it increases the stake? What are the lessons?
Okay, me personally, I think there's no bridge between organizers and talent. Somebody just comes up with an idea, hey, I want to do a festival, it's One Love, oh, hey, reggae, bring an artist, but there's nothing bridging. There's a time we were registering Lariaco. I think you're the chair. Did they contact you regarding Festac? Yeah, so you see that there's no inclusivity with us people. That's why I'm really advocating for togetherness, then we'll be listened to. But when we are apart, it's very difficult. I used to do Dala Fest, and I beg to disagree with you about venue. The best happened in Nyahera in the hills. That was the best. We did it for 4 days. I met guys from Nairobi. The last one in 2016 I did in Dunga Hill Camp, no one came. This story has been going on for years and years. Event comes come on. So let's fight about joining Lariaco, the bodies, Kemu, what. Then at that level, we can have a forum that people can sit and say, these guys did this and we want this and next time we can do this better. So for about Festac, I really don't like it that they're not here to answer questions. Thomas Ouko, I don't know if you're talking solutions, how you're going to project that to them.
Yes.
For me, it's a handicap. I wish they were here to listen to this, what we're saying. But now, for everyone here, what's next? Are we going to wait for the next event? Whether you're a photographer or a filmmaker, are we going to wait for something else to happen and then we'll sit like this again and complain kuna cartel? Last time I was in a meeting like this, guys were saying cartel, sijui kina what? We're on that same page again.
I think what I've studied sana ni tunafocus sana on the problems, tunasahau what is the disease. Whatever inatusumbua sana ita ni tuna miss kitu inaitwa the art of seduction. Wase mko hapa nyote mnatafuta living. There's no one who's here to please anyone. At the end of the day, if you're a dope artist, you expect that artistry to, impact your life from a point yenye utakuwa ile. Okay, let me just give a breakdown kwa the art of seduction. Ule msichana mgumu kwa estate, si anakuanga na msee mwenye akimtongoza na ingianga box yake. That difficult chile in your hood, anakuanga na msee akimtongoza na ingianga box yake, si ndio?
Jamaa wa Subaru.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, for the longest time, what are we also bringing to the table before we start creating demands around how we expect to be treated? And this is a conversation most of us wasanii wa Kisumu hatupendi. Now, if you are a rapper, una rap aje? Can you rate yourself as in ukiekwa saizi na the best rapper in the country? Unaweza sema we ni rapper mzee. So how do you expect to be paid $1 million yenye calligraph analipwa and you know personally when you work? Certain artist anaweza peana service fulani for amount fulani. Then inamaanisha you sat down at that service provider and the price in question was discussed. Unanielewa? So for the longest time, and this is one thing as a game we need to understand.
I need us to understand that for us to understand or enjoy the benefits of art, then we need to put a certain standard, the highest standard you can ever imagine. And then now we start from there. We aim at that point. Let's not clap for mediocrity in the name of being right or in the name of fearing to be misquoted.
In Kisumu, whenever there is an event where county government is involved, then I think hospitality is more prioritized, more than art, such that there is always a keen eye on the hotels more than the artists. So this is now a question to us as artists. I'm a poet, an actor, also a playwright. What can we do so that we can also make ourselves to be prioritized?
We can't survive on art alone. Tunajidanganya kabisa. Tutakuwa na njaa and we will take the lowest thing. Now, there was a very good concern from my friend here on civic approach to our problems.
With the Baraza Media Lab, will we come out from this lamentation and complaints? That's my main question. And finally, as artists, what can we do about our ego?
I think the main problem definitely is, as artists, we have backstabbing really a lot in Kisumu industry. So I think we should just embrace one another and be like our brother's keeper. Like for example, when we come to social media in Kisumu, IG and maybe X is not that trending. You'll get your people in Facebook. So for example, maybe my brother here, I'm just saying an example, my brother here cannot access data or Wi-Fi every time. Then I've heard of this Baraza thing, kama hii kitu ilikuwa inafanyika leo. Most of people are not here because they didn't get the communication.
Would it be that our associations with organized art groups, either looking out for the welfare of artists or looking out for artists in business, could actually increase our chances of being, of negotiating better with the people who are at an advantage position? And we were sort of wondering, we've never seen Kenya National Theatre, in Kisumu, but we have Baraza Media Lab. Could this be the kind of cure we are looking for? Those who've been interacting and meeting at Mama the Grace, or got the center, is there anything probably that we are gaining by identifying with that community? And Robbie, while we are here, what does Lareco probably mean for the artists? And could you articulate to them if they could benefit from maybe being in the association? So a lot of thoughts jumbled into...
I remember when you were doing Afro-Cities, we started out saying we want to do a parallel event. And if you ask me, that event was very, very, very successful. That even the governor said, this is where we should have done Afro-Cities. That enabled us to get a buy-in from the county to do the first season of Kisumu Arts and Culture Festival, which was very successful again because we were able to incorporate people. Different people were able to be brought on board, different artists from different spaces, because we know ourselves. At the end, it was a major event at the sports ground, which equally got a buy-in. I want to say that if we have to get it right, we should stop hoping and trusting to get gigs from the county. Can we curate our own performances? Can we have our own festivals?
Thank you. Inside a cold, dark room filled with sorrow. And this is where I will remain. Pain is inevitable like passage of time. He has become who he is because of time. He asks himself, who am I? Because his mind is clouded with illusions. Sunshine is no longer the light, but a strange weather. Is this where the rain started beating him? He's trying to brainstorm. He can't differentiate between reality and imagination. Is this the price to pay for life? Or is this a gift or a curse with no receipt?
What are some of your private parts? Awesome. Honestly, if you ask me, I think there's nothing so private about private parts anymore, so strip me. Yes, I dare you to strip me, and depending on how much you want me, or better yet, why you want me, you'll either hate or love what you see. You see, I've been burned before. I am terrified of the fire kindled heavily, burning brightly in the hearts of two. Only there's always one that seals us out. It wasn't my own. He washed with no ounce of pity as I cradled my way out of the flames. Something had changed, so please hear me when I say that I have nothing to give to you anymore. Wait, I just remembered. I can give you something. Dangle all these parts they told me are private, like a mouth-watering sizzling steak to a hungry dog. I'll let you take all the pleasure that you can. Knees wobbly, out of breath, body shaking from all the tingles of your highs. I will milk you dry. But baby, I expect the same sated size of satisfaction. So ring me of all my game, but once you're done in this bed, please walk away, wine and dine me, throw in flowers and flatteries, I won't mind. Chocolates and candies will always come in handy. Cruise me among the glamorous cities and white sandy beaches and strip me. I await you. But if you want to exchange I love yous, promises of fidelity and happily ever after, we don't do that here. Here we serve our dishes cold, our specialty, flights, and tumbles. And if you somehow stumble in love, I'm so sorry, but I'll have to discard you, replace you with another who understands the rules of the game. This is my heart, and I'll guard it with all my might. This is my heart. I'll guard it with all my heart. This is my heart. I am a warrior. I don't go down without a fight. I'm mean. Did you just say that I'm mean? Well, sir, I am just trying to cut to the chase because we both know all you want is the free pass, the scorecard. So I will let you be friends with benefits without exactly being friends. Be in a relationship without exactly having all the commitments that come with it. I hear we call them entanglements nowadays.
So hard I worked and highly I passed. A university graduation I attended, a well-paying job soon slapped my face, a matrimonial wedding in church we had. But 1 year down the line, no child to raise. 2 years down the line, eyebrows raised. 3 years down the marriage line, new names. In church, the childless couple in purple we became. At home, the childless couples the graduates became. From the least deserving to meaningful confrontation. In the internet, I hope to find some peace. But Facebook post with promising term is frustrating. WhatsApp DPs with promising babies intimidating. In the TV, I hope to find some peace. This program is written 10. Parental guidance is advised. Parental guidance indeed. But who